G, you going crazy.
Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition.
G, you going crazy.
Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live, tonight we going live, tonight Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken traditions.
Yeah, OG, you going crazy.
Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with.
So again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice.
But even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's death did.
Yo, 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 yo. What is good? What is good? What's good? I see my brother Martin in the chat. What's good, everybody, man? Yo, if you here, just let me know you here, yo. You know what I'm saying? Say something in the chat. Hit the like button. You know the routine. Like, whatever it is, man. Just show that you're here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be here. I'm literally, like, just talking to a camera. And sometimes the stuff I see in the chat, it helps me out. You know what I mean? So, before we get into it, man, time to Superman that whole you. I ain't gonna lie, we was doing the Soulja Boy Crank That dance a few weeks ago, and I ain't gonna say we, they was. I was just there watching it. I don't try to crank anything. Like, I'm not into that Soulja Boy dance. I can't do it too tough, and I'm not trying to get out my my element when I do dances. Y'all just do a two-step. You know what I mean? If I'm in the club, I might, like, you know, pull a little ting by her belt loop and just like, come here, mama, let me talk to you. Let's start dancing. You know what I mean? I might pull that off, but that's about it. That's what you're gonna get out of me, man. I'm not gonna be doing no Superman, no line dancing, nothing like that. I know my mom is into line dancing. You know what I mean? I know she loves doing those line dances. Me, I that's not for me, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's not for me. But how's everybody doing tonight, man? Everybody's doing good, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you dance? Nah, my dancing skills is limited. It's very limited. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even try to be somebody I'm not. But I do want to discuss something with you guys. I changed my lighting. I wanted to try a different lighting. You know what I'm saying? This is called a 3-step lighting, but I only got 2 of the lights. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get your opinions on it, man. Like, this is the OG. This is how I used to do the show. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's nice. They did the electric slide on the boardwalk on Monday. That's nice. So this is the OG look. So are you guys feeling the OG look? I kind of, you know, I just said, you know, let's go with another look. So now this is the 3-step look. It's a little more bright, a little more vibrant, if you will. You know what I mean? But let me see. Hope I got the right one on. Let's see. Okay, that's an OG look. So let's turn that back on. Then we could do like this look, like like I'm in the interrogation room type look. Like, I don't know. This look kind of spooky. You know what I mean? But I was thinking about going with the interrogation look, or just this look. Oh, you like the OG look? Let's say the OG look. The OG look. This the OG look. It's a mood. It is a mood. I ain't gonna lie. It's a mood. It's a mood. You know what I mean? I did go out my way to put this other light in here. But you know what? Lex said she liked the OG look. We're gonna go with the OG look. You know what I mean? Unless anybody else oppose the different looks. Anyway, while I get the looks going, I gotta get my beat up. I mean, let's see. Okay, this is it right here. And I want to turn it down a little bit. Last time it was kind of loud. Let me see how it is in the headphones. I don't even hear it. It said tuck the towel behind my ears. No, I ain't got no towels behind my ears. All right, so we're gonna go with the OG look, man. Lex and my brother Mont said the OG look is the vibe, yo. But yeah, man, I'm glad you guys gave me some pointers on the OG look, man. So tonight, man, we're gonna cook tonight. We're gonna cook tonight, you know. I don't know if you guys seen the little intro I had with Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden speaking on George Floyd. Speaking on George Floyd, that was a while ago. You know, that was during Joe Biden's campaign trail, and you know he was using George Floyd, I guess, as a prop, as a tool. Like, you know how these politicians are. To be honest, like they do things, you know what I'm saying, just to keep things going, right? But I do want to talk about black trauma, man, and you know, to me, black trauma is coming real cheap for whatever agenda is out there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, man. I just be seeing black trauma being thrown on every little thing, yo. Like, I got a point to prove, I'm gonna use black trauma. I got a point to prove, I'm gonna use black trauma. Or even in some sense, black trauma is just being sprinkled on anything. Just could be on music, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? How my man said, I got the my whip so fat is like what they beat slaves with. So like stuff like that. So the trauma could be used in music as well too, right? I just thought about that. That was Source Money. Source Money said that on the Reservoir Dogs. That's the track with Jay-Z and the Lox and Beanie Siegel off a Jay-Z album. You know, so I used to be a hip hop connoisseur, man. I could tell you some hip hop history. You know, so I could tell you some hip hop history. But I do want to speak on some black trauma, man. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna go with the new lighting, but you guys ain't feeling it, so I'm gonna go with the OG lighting. I'm going with the OG lighting, man. But so let's explain what black trauma is, man. Right? Black trauma could be a number of things, but it could be an era of time where black people was not treated, you know, fairly. One could say, right? Like slavery, segregation, Jim Crow. Also, like during those periods of times, the historical events could happen, like the tragic death of Emmett Till, or like I said, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, things like that. That's like pivotal points during these times that where they use the agenda and push things out, right? But Emmett Till is going to be used a lot in this example, because Emmett Till is like the go-to. You know what I'm saying? Emmett Till is the go-to that need to be used, right? So if you guys have not noticed, man, black traumas became like the tool, right? Like the tool to be used for the agenda. Whatever's going on, they're going to use black trauma. But not everybody can use black trauma, right? Let's be real. Not everybody can use black trauma. Like if we watching the news and say for example, I'm gonna just use George Floyd for example. George Floyd dies, and people say on the right wing, hey, but what about black on black crime? We already know to put up our blinders and our whoa, you can't use that. You can't use the black on black crime when we talk about George Floyd. You know, so when people see that, they know that, all right, that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. We get that. We, you know what I'm saying? We understand that the right wing can't use that in the media. Or another example, right wing loves using in the media when it's like they want to use black trauma. Remember, like, say anything can happen, right? Say I don't know, just say some crazy event happened, and it's like, but Martin Luther King wouldn't do that. They always say that. They always say Martin Luther King wouldn't do that. That's not how Martin Luther King would respond. What would Martin Luther King say? So that's always their usage of black trauma. But, you know, black people don't go for that. When black people watch Fox News, or if black people watch Fox News, they're not going to be like, damn, man, Tucker Carlson's right. Martin Luther King wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's falling for that right-wing black trauma usage. But there's also other ways of black trauma being used. And it's not being checked. I ain't gonna lie. Black trauma, the usage of black trauma is not being checked. Let's be real. It's becoming the new N-word. And what I mean by that is, like, when non-blacks use black trauma, it's an issue. I'm gonna give you some examples tonight, but when non-blacks use black trauma, there's an issue. You're like, nah, y'all can't say that. Y'all can't use that. But when we use it, or I guess our celebrities or our elites use black trauma, it's okay. And we give them a pass for the most part. Some people do get called out, but we do give them a pass. So just recently, right, there's a controversial topic going on, as you guys may or may not know. It's about transgender swimmer Leah Thomas. Let me know in the chat you guys have heard of Leah Thomas or not. So it's a transgender swimmer, Leah Thomas. And clearly, Leah Thomas has an advantage against other women because she's transgender. She didn't fully, she swam as a man prior to now swimming as a woman, right? Let's be clear, that's what it is. But I'm not here to talk about Leah Thomas and should not swim. Doesn't really matter. NCAA put the rules out there, so technically Leah Thomas is competing within the rules. So that's not my business to speak on it, right? But Leah Thomas and a reporter from NBC both came out and said that Leah Thomas is the Jackie Robinson of swimming. Let me say that again. Leah Thomas said this first, that she's comparing herself to Jackie Robinson. Then there was a report from NBC saying we need to compare her to Jackie Robinson. Now, that's black trauma, and that's also black triumph, Jackie Robinson. He did great things, you know what I'm saying? He came out from the Negro League, moved up when segregation was, I guess, abolished, and said, you know what? He played in the Major League. He was the first black player to break the color barrier. First thing first, Leah Thomas was not the first transgender woman to break the transgender woman barrier. Maybe in college sports or collegiate sports, but there are transgender women that compete against cisgender women prior to this in boxing and MMA. So this has happened before. This is not a new thing. This is just maybe on a collegiate level that Leah Thomas did this. So this is not a new thing. But let's compare the differences between Jackie Robinson and Leah Thomas, right? Jackie Robinson had multiple, not one, not two, not three, multiple millions, probably millions death threats just for him wanting to play on a national level. And not to mention, God forbid, if somebody went through and killed Jackie Robinson for wanting to play, you think it'd have been a real investigation on if Jackie Robinson killed her or not? I doubt it. Especially back then, no. They wouldn't have no investigation on it. They probably just chalk it up as a car accident or do Jackie Robinson like they did Sam Cooke. You know what I'm saying? Just like, whatever. It is what it is. Unsolved mystery. Just another N-word dead. That's all they probably would have did. That's it. But, he didn't die. Now, if somebody sneezes the wrong way at Leah Thomas, best believe there's going to be some ramifications. So that's just one contrast between the two. At the time Jackie Robinson wanted to play in the major leagues, baseball is the number one sport in the country. Let's be real. All eyes was on baseball. Everybody was into it. Now, when it comes to women's swimming, what, maybe the Olympics we pay attention to it? Or if it's collegiate swimming, you might know, if you know somebody that's competing, you're going to pay attention. But the average everyday U.S. citizen watch TV is not going to pay attention to women's swimming. They're not going to do it. I know, I wouldn't do it. Facts. There you go. They said they would have solved it last year. Facts. What's good, Derek? So, nah, my bad. So yeah. So they wouldn't have solved it like that, right? So nobody's watching women swimming at all. Nobody's watching women swimming. Like I said, unless you know somebody. If you know somebody, you be like, let me check it out. You know what I'm saying? Let me see my girlfriend's niece is swimming or something stupid like that. Let me just watch it, right? So people didn't know about Leah Thomas until Leah Thomas got on the national level of about to win a championship. That's when people really started finding out about Leah Thomas. People didn't know about this. Jackie Robinson, this was a national story. A national story. And people on Jackie Robinson's team spoke up about him. They didn't want him to play. Not to mention the opponents, not to mention the fans. Everybody spoke up about Jackie Robinson now. Don't want him to play. They're like, we don't want him on our team. We can't have no colored man on our team. When Leah Thomas, there was nobody out there that wanted to put their name on them being upset about Leah Thomas. Not one person. Not one person said, damn, man, this is not fair. We had a few anonymous people like in some sports blogs. But nobody came out and spoke about Leah Thomas. Nobody came out and put their name on it until it got to the NCAA championship and one girl did not make it. And this was her last year. And she finally spoke up about it and said that this is messed up. And she sent a letter to the NCAA saying that this is messed up and I hope this don't happen to nobody else. But it took that long for Leah Thomas to actually win, for her to say something. So they was in fear of losing their scholarships. They was in fear of being canceled and being dragged on Twitter. They was in fear of all that stuff. So Leah Thomas definitely didn't have it like Jackie Robinson. But yeah, let's compare Jackie Robinson to Leah Thomas. Let's do it for argument. Like, let's just do it for what? I mean, in my opinion, if you want to compare Leah Thomas to somebody that's like maybe the first of, I would say like maybe Yao Ming or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the first Chinese like superstar or something like that. Like if you really want to compare, but if you compare Leah Thomas to Yao Ming, nobody's going to even bat an eye at that because that Chinese struggle is not transferable. That Leah Thomas, no, the black struggle is not transferable. The black struggle is transferable, unlike the Chinese struggle. The Chinese struggle is like, man, nobody care about that. Nobody's going to latch onto that like they do our struggle. And that's another thing. Thanks, Lex. The main 2 points to me is that Jackie Robinson didn't have an obviously physical advantage that he couldn't help. He was a black man. But Leah Thomas could go back and be a man tomorrow. Jackie Robinson was born and died a black man. But we want to use the trauma. We want to use the trauma and the triumph to push the agendas, man. And I did want to cook a little bit on Leah Thomas because I did see that and I posted it. And shout out to my boy Drew Titan. He also had it on his page. He got Drew Titan LLC and damn, I can't think of the other one, man. The other PEP podcast. I don't know the acronym, Drew. My bad. I can't think of it right now. I can't think of the acronym right now, man. But yeah, man. And now when it comes to like the trauma, right? Like let's keep using trauma. Like I said in the beginning, I said Emmett Till. Emmett Till is like the go-to for trauma, and I think these people really don't understand the ramification of Emmett Till, right? I'm gonna give you a story that happened about say 5 years ago, right? This is back in 2017 when LeBron James was playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers during the NBA Finals when he beat the Warriors. I think the Warriors at the time had that best record, that good run, and everybody thought the Warriors was going to win, and then the Cavs won the championship. So LeBron James was a victim of a hate crime, if you guys may or may not know. And let me tell you about the hate crime that happened. For sake of argument, I'm gonna use the word, right? Let's just be clear on it. Somebody wrote the word nigga on LeBron James' gate in his house in California. So mind you, LeBron James' house is in Los Angeles. At the time, he was in Cleveland and going back and forth to the Bay Area. So he wasn't nowhere near the home when this happened. So it's not like somebody ran up on him, beat him up, wrote the word nigga on his gate, and beat up his kids. Yeah, that's like where they spray painted his house. Yep. Put the word nigga, beat him up, beat up his kids, did something to his wife, and ran off. That did not happen, right? They spray paint the word nigga, or they put the word nigga on his gate. And before LeBron James even seen it, this is the ill part. Before LeBron James even seen the word nigga on his gate, the property management already cleaned it up. So he never seen it with his physical eyes. He just was told about it, right? LeBron James was just told about the word nigga on his gate, right? So I want to read a quote that LeBron James said. When this crime occurred, right? LeBron James said, he thought of the mother of Emmett Till. After a 14-year-old son was lynched in 1955, she insisted to be there in open coffin so people could see for themselves the brutality of murder. She wanted to show the world that her son went through as far as a hate crime and being black in America, James said. He's comparing getting niggas sprayed on his gate cleaned up before he's seen it to what Mamie Till went through with her son. I mean, if somebody sprayed paint anything, I don't have a whole property management crew going to come and clean it up before I see it, let alone me paying for something out of pocket or me being affected by it. What Mamie Till went through to have her child beat up, lynched, dragged, drowned, all types of wild, crazy stuff, and you comparing some inconvenience. You compare the inconvenience of somebody writing nigga on your gate to what she went through. It's messed up. Like, I like LeBron, but he does dumb shit like this, and I'm like, damn, Bron, why you gotta do this for? Why you gotta spray paint? Why you gotta talk about when somebody spray paint nigga on your gate? You want to bring up Emmett Till and Mamie Till and what you feel like what you went through is what she went through. How disrespectful is that? How disrespectful is that for you to do something like that? And like, LeBron James is worth what, 500 million, something like that? Close to $1 billion? Like, he's working his way towards $1 billion. At the time, it was Emmett Till's uncle and his mother lived together. I think they only made about like $3,900 a year at that time. Then he's saying like it's hard for being a black man in America. Like, let's be real, man. Like, LeBron's not too far from my age. He's a year younger than me. Yep, damn near a billionaire. LeBron is like a year younger than me. I know people who played in that same era, like LeBron and Lenny Cook and Melo and Bosh and all of them, right? I know people who played in that time and know these people and knew, like, I know people who, I heard from high school, like, before 2000 that Delonte West had issues. I heard that a long time ago. Let's be real. I heard that a long time ago. And I'm not even in the basketball scene like that Delonte West got issues. But I know this. Once they see that talent at 14, you don't have no more problems. Once you know what I'm saying? You do your thing, you make it to the NBA. For what LeBron did, I'm pretty sure by 13, 14, LeBron was straight until he made it until today. That's almost a 25-year stretch of him being good from 13 to on now. He may know a little bit of struggle. I'm not gonna lie, he may know it, but he ain't lived it so long that he probably far removed. That he could compare Emmett Till's murder, massacre, lynching to him getting the inconvenience of somebody spray paint nigga and they fix it real quick. Yep. Yo, LeBron had a Hummer. Hummers probably came out like the H2 Hummers. It was like 80, 90 grand in like 02, 03. He was still in high school with a Hummer. And he got banned from playing a high school championship game because LeBron James somebody gave him throwback jerseys. Remember throwback jerseys used to cost $300. That was a big thing back in the days. So, yeah, he probably went through a few things with his mom, but LeBron is far from removed from being and struggling. And LeBron have not struggled in quite some time. Let's be real. Once they saw that talent and they saw how good he is, those coaches went out their way for that man. They went out their way for his mom. They said, nah, you good, Mr. James. Don't worry about nothing. Trust me. Look at the Lenny Cook story. Lenny Cook was projected to be better than LeBron James. And, you know, he went separate ways. But Lenny Cook was talking about how much money he was bringing back to the hood. As a high schooler. So, yeah, we don't have the same problems that, you know what I'm saying, LeBron James had. I didn't have no Hummer in high school. I had a Corsica. I had a Corsica in high school. We didn't have those LeBron James problems. We didn't have Hummers and throwback jerseys. You feel me? But he want to say that, you know, it's hard being black in America. Yeah, being black in America is not the best thing. Actually, excuse me. Being black in America for a black person is the best thing. Go to another country and say those type of things. Go to Russia. Go to Russia saying, damn, it's hard being a black man in Russia. And see how quick you end up in the suitcase. You know what I mean? It might be good to be a black man in Canada. Might be. But that's about it. You know what I mean? I mean, America ain't the best, but damn sure ain't the worst. Not even close to being the worst. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we talk about Emmett Till. I want to also bring up this, man. I don't know if you guys remember this or not. With Tahari. She basically said Emmett Till is on the same boat as Jussie Smollett because her friend got locked up. She said she's not here to debate, but she want to put Emmett Till and Jussie Smollett in the same category. Not jacking it. I'm not jacking it. If anything, Jussie Smollett, and we could talk about that a little later, Jussie Smollett is on the same category as Carolyn Bryant, the woman who said that, hey, look what this black boy did to me, and this happened. They on the same thing, but you know, she got to use Emmett Till to get people to be on her side, to pull on the heartstrings, so people be like, you know what, man? That's right, man. That's right. Let's get behind Jussie Smollett because it's just like Emmett Till. She gonna throw that out there. Man. I get it. You know, that's your friend. That's your co-worker. You know what I'm saying? You had your run on Empire. I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You are looking for your people. But you could have said what you said without bringing up Emmett Till. Like, you could have said that whole speech without bringing up Emmett Till. And, you know, it did work out. Jussie is out of jail. You know, congrats to him. But look how messed up that is. You had to bring up Emmett Till to pull your point in. And I was like doing some research on Emmett Till and stuff like that, man. And I want to talk about this too. This is kind of messed up. These rappers taking the trauma and using it for punchlines. Just using it to say, yeah, man, you could, like, you're using black trauma to speak about Emmett Till in your raps. I don't know if you guys remember this or not. It was not, it was kind of swept under the rug. But Lil Wayne said a line. He said, I beat the pussy up like Emmett Till. Fam, this dude said, I beat the pussy up like Emmett Till. That's crazy to me. He issued an apology for it. He said it was messed up. It was tasteless. But I beat the pussy up like Emmett Till. That is wild for a dude to say that. Like, damn, like, really? And like I said, Sauce Money, he said some controversial things. I think on that same song I mentioned earlier, he did say something about Jews, but remember, It's All About the Benjamins? If you hear It's All About the Benjamins to this day, they take out that line that Jadakiss said and say, I stack chips like Hebrews. You should do what we do, stack chips like Hebrews. They take that line out to this day. You can't find an unedited version with Jadakiss saying that. That's crazy. But Lil Wayne could say things like, I beat the pussy up like Emmett Till. We don't say that about our own. But as you can see, we say that about our own. We come at our own, but we can't even put out a version of It's All About the Benjamins with Jadakiss saying, you should do what we do, stack chip like Hebrews. They take that part out. And I know at the end of the Sheik Luch part, he said, play your mask off. Yep, that's right, Derek. And Sheik Luch said a line about RuPaul. I'm pretty sure that's going to be taken out pretty soon, too. They're going to take that line out, too. But Lil Wayne is going around saying, I beat the pussy up like Emmett Till. But there's another rapper, Lil TJ. Lil TJ came out with a line about Emmett Till. He said, play no games with my money, shit is real. Try to take some from me, you get left like Emmett Till. What? Play no games with my money, shit is real. Try to take some from me, you get left like Emmett Till. This is what these rappers are saying. They okay with saying these words about Emmett Till. They okay with this. And I'm like, come on, fam. How? How you going to speak on Emmett Till like this? You get left like Emmett Till. That's true. They make you say the wrong thing, they taking the words out of them songs. If you could make Michael Jackson take words out of his songs because you offended a group. But yo, we could say the N-word all day on any track. Any track. I remember one time, I never forget this, man. I was listening to the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne said, retarded nigga. Right? This is live radio. He said retarded nigga. They took out the word retard on live radio, but they allowed him to say nigga. I was like, damn. That was my moment when I realized, like, damn, we ain't worth that much. We ain't worth that much. He said, play games with my money, shit is real. Try to take some from me, you get left like Emmett Till. That is crazy that this man said that on a track. And how nobody in that studio or nobody in that arena or nobody in his camp said, yo, you can't say that line, bro. Like, come on, fam. Nobody checked Little TJ. Nobody checked Lil Wayne. I'll give you a story that's close to home. My son, when his friend said that something like that on the track, I said, you ain't putting that on the track, fam. They changed the song. They changed the song. I said, nah, you're not saying nothing about no Emmett Till on the track. I said, you're not doing it. And they changed the song. Hey, how Little TJ say something? How Lil Wayne said something like this? Facts. We are numb to trauma, and it's sad. And it's sad. And there's one rapper who did say an Emmett Till line I give it past to, and that's Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Kanye was talking about his own trauma, and he said that what he said, I'm on a plane, and I hope my girl on the plane thinking about if I want to look like Emmett Till. But yeah, man. Oh man. But I'm gonna give you a funny story that I just came across today, and I didn't even know this was a thing. I posted on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at broken_traditions if you're into Instagram and posts like that. I like to put my reels and stuff on there. But recently there is a Emmett Till opera that's in the making, and there's backlash about it. And the reason why there's backlash for this Emmett Till opera is not because it's another Emmett Till story, this don't have to be told, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. The reason why there's backlash on this Emmett Till story because two reasons. One, it's written and produced by a white woman. And two, this Emmett Till story is not based on Emmett Till. The Emmett Till story is based on the teacher who feel white guilt with Emmett Till. So that's the problem. We can have rappers say, play no games with my money, shit is real. Try to take something from me, you get left like Emmett Till. But there's a petition out there that got 12,000 signatures about a white woman point of view of Emmett Till and her being a teacher. You see how that works? That's why I said this is the new N-word. We could use our trauma amongst ourselves. Along with somebody like LeBron saying that somebody wrote the N-word on my gate. This is like Emmett Till. Or Lil Wayne said, I could beat the pussy up like Emmett Till. But let this white woman come out and say, let me do a play on Emmett Till from a white teacher perspective and dealing with white guilt. That's the issue. You can't have that. See how it works? You can't have that. We can't have white people using black trauma, but black people can use black trauma all day. And I don't think I would want to see a play, an opera at that about Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a white woman that made a play about Emmett Till, and it's an opera, and she's using a white woman perspective. Yeah, that's a big fact. Mott said, too far removed from real racist horror. Dudes is traumatized by a Trump card nowadays. Last time I'm gonna say it, people are soft. Yo, dudes literally had a plastic card that says Trump card, and we had two dudes outside of Amazon protesting saying that they should not sell a Trump card. People are soft. Because if we had to go through what our ancestors had to go through, man, they wish their problems was a Trump card being sold on Amazon. They wish that was their problem. They wish their problems was, I'm in Cleveland, somebody write nigga on my gate and I don't see it and get cleaned up before I even see it. They wish that was a problem. I was like, oh, that's a problem? Oh, I could deal with that. They wish they could make up a fake hate crime and make it up from the day you started it until the day you get out of jail. If that's your problem, yeah, you're doing good. Trust me. It's funny though, man. It's really funny. But I did, you know what I'm saying, I did bring up Jussie Smollett and stuff like that. So I do want to speak about that whole recent incident, right? I just want to speak about it on the traumatics part. Like, I don't want to really speak on Jussie Smollett and what he did. To be honest with you, man, I think drugs was involved, right? Like, that's like a fiend move. That's like a move that a fiend would do. Like, yo, I'm gonna get my, like, they was probably high as hell off of something that's not legal, some illegal substance, and say, yo, this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna get real effed up, and we're gonna we're going to make up a hate crime. We're going to make up a hate crime. And they made up a hate crime, and as you can see, he went through with it and all that. But I'm not going to speak about what he did. Like, I'm not going to speak about how he did it, why he did it, but I'm going to speak about this, man. Let's speak about the black trauma that was presented in this hate crime he came up with. Because he spoke about, we spoke about Taraji P. Henson and her thing about Emmett Till. But now, you remember how racial tensions were so high during this time with Jussie Smollett. Racial tensions was high as hell. This man decided to make up a hate crime, saying he got jumped by 2 white guys wearing MAGA hats. Then after they beat him up, they put a noose on his neck. So he said, all right, let's use these 2 black traumas. Let's use getting lynched and a noose. So if multiple white men beat you up, that's a lynching, right? If you get jumped just because you're a black man, that's going to be a lynching, right? How many of our ancestors had to walk longer routes just so they won't cross certain white people? Or they didn't know that these white people were there, and they walk across the route, they're like, damn, they getting beat up just for walking a certain way. Damn, I'm gonna get on that, man. That's just you walking certain ways. That's trauma being passed on from generation to generation. Let me give you another example of how trauma is being passed on from generation to generation. Next time you with somebody black, notice how they say white people. 9 times out of 10, black people will whisper the word white people. And it could be among just black people. They be like, white people. Like Joe Biden, how he speaks in the mic. Black people whisper white people. That's a thing. That's being passed down. That's real trauma. But I continue with this. Our ancestors got beat up, got killed, walking the wrong way, just trying to get to work. Our ancestors got beat up, got raped, just for walking the wrong way, just for looking at a white man. Let's be clear, right? That was things. And these people who did this always got away. Always got away. There was no, man, let's see if we can take it to the justice system. Nope. Always got away. They always got away. But he wanted to reenact this and saying like, all right, yo, this is what happened to me, y'all. I got beat up by these white people because I come at Trump hard. Come on, fam. You come at Trump hard. So that's why you wanted. So that's why these MAGA men wanted to fight you, because you come at Trump hard. That don't even sound right, bruv. That don't even sound right. Like, out of all the people who criticize Trump, they want to come at you. Out of all the people who criticize Trump, they want to come at you. Come on, man. You're not that important. You're not that important. So you reenact a whole entire lynching. Cool. Whatever, right? You reenact that. Straight trauma. Black people had to go through that forever. It's probably still some parts of this country where black people can't go and be like, nah, I'm not going there. I mean, I'll be real. I'm a black man in the South. And I'll be like, yo, I don't know South areas and South things. So when I used to travel for work, I'm like, oh God, I gotta go here. And I'll be literally the only black person I see in town. I'll be the only black person I see in town. But, it is what it is. I made it out. No issues. I never had no issues. No racial issues while I was traveling for work. I never had that. Thank God, right? Never had no racial issues. But being in the South, I don't know these parts of Alabama. I don't know these parts of Georgia. I don't know these parts of Mississippi. I don't know these parts of St. Louis. I don't know these parts. I don't know these parts of these states. I know Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I know the nice parts of that. I know that black people are welcome. But I don't know these parts of Georgia. So, hey, I don't know how things move. Sometimes I'll be like, whoa. So that's like that psyche. But he wanted to reenact that. Then he says he put a noose around his neck. And not only he put a noose around his neck, he kept this noose around his neck until the cops came. So you got this noose on your neck, you sitting there like this till the cops come. Cops come, they're like, why you still got that noose on? I want you guys to see it. Mind you, he made up his whole story. The noose is symbolic to hanging black people. It's so recent, there are pictures of black people being hung. Think about how, like, the technology of the photograph is not that long ago. There is pictures of black people being hung. There are pictures, I seen a picture of a black woman that's hung and her womb is open. Her womb is open. You know how crazy that is? You hung and you open up your womb. Black men being hung with their pants down, with their genitals cut out. Pictures of it. That's how recent this is. There are photographs of this. But this man want to use a noose and say, yo, what's good, Picasso? Yeah, this man want to use a noose to amplify his fake hate crime. Crazy. So you got a faux lynching, and you got yeah, I believe so. Was that picture in 1911? Yep. I believe that was in 1911. Not that long ago. Pictures of people being hung. But this man want to use a noose to get his point across, to use the trauma of black people, saying like, yo, see what happened to me, y'all? Look, man, they don't play fair. See what happened to me? I came at Trump hard, so his flunkies came at me. Come on, fam. No. It's just crazy. It's crazy that you're going to use black trauma. The photograph, the first photograph was taken less than 200 years ago. It's not that long ago. It's not that long ago at all. It's not that long ago. But I'm gonna keep it going with the news story, man. Oh, let me do this real quick. All right, here we go. Had to reach on my man Picasso. So I'm gonna keep it with the news story going on, man. Had to keep it with the news story. Now we got Bubba Wallace, right? NASCAR extraordinaire driver, Bubba Wallace. And I don't know if you guys seen the Bubba Wallace Netflix documentary or not. Show, you know what I'm saying? It's a good documentary how he's like a lone biracial NASCAR driver. And seeing him dealing with what was going on during the time like with George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? Like that gotta be heavy. I'm not gonna lie. That gotta be heavy to be half black, half white man in a sport like NASCAR during that George Floyd era. That's something heavy. I ain't gonna sit and be like, oh no, man, anybody could do that. I ain't gonna lie, that's heavy. Damn. That's crazy. But so going through NASCAR in the George Floyd era, that's gotta be a lot. Gotta be mentally, emotionally, not to mention, you know what I'm saying, Bubba Wallace is participating in a sport that's deep rooted in the South. Confederate flags all over the place. Like, I remember when I was in Concord, North Carolina, like right there next to Charlotte, and I was walking because where my son used to live, he used to live near the racetrack where they had a lot of races. I was walking and I just seen like 50 Confederate flags. I was like, damn, 50 Confederate flags? Like, I don't take Confederate flags serious. I take them as a joke, to be honest. That's just me. I take Confederate flags as a joke. But, you know, I'm not telling how Bubba Wallace should take it. You know what I'm saying? And he wore a Black Lives Matter shirt during that time at a NASCAR event. That's big. But from that documentary, what they were saying is, you know, a lot of people took kindness to what he did. Like, nobody was on no, you better not wear that shirt around here. Everybody kind of was warmed up to him. But, you know, that Black Lives Matter shirt wasn't enough to get his point across. Now, all of a sudden, a noose appears in Bubba Wallace's garage. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was on Bubba Wallace's side. Yep, you're right, Derek. I was on Bubba Wallace's side. But now I'm starting to see how these people move and how they always have to make up stories. I'm on more the side of the FBI than I am with Bubba Wallace. These people make up stories to push an agenda. And they said that rope was put there to pull down the garage door. Maybe he seen it. Maybe he was like, yo, this is a real thing, and I gotta, I seen the news and he got spooked out. It could happen. I ain't gonna lie, it could happen to him. But also, these people, these athletes, these elites always make up stories. Not always, but a lot of times you starting to see they make up stories. They make up stories, or they push things to get that attention. Yep. They put things out there to get the attention. The Black Lives Matter shirt wasn't enough. He needed something else. He had a one-up. And I ain't gonna lie, people like this, man, they be like, yo, I gotta figure something out. I gotta one this up. And one-up I could do, a noose. Bubba Wallace put a noose out there. Jussie Smollett, a one-up I could do, I got beat up by MAGA men and they put a noose around my neck. They always got to use the trauma. Always got to use the trauma to push out some agenda. And I think that they did ban Confederate flags, so maybe what he did work. If he did put that noose out there, I believe he put the noose there. I'm not going to lie. I believe that was another hoax. Just because of the way they move. They move like that. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Another person that, I'm not going to say he used black trauma, but he did pull on the black heartstrings was Brian Flores. Keeping the sports. Didn't get the job he wanted. Waited to sue the NFL on the first day of Black History Month and compared himself to Frederick Douglass, compared himself to Martin Luther King Jr., compared himself to Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman. That's a lot. Just because you didn't get a job and you suing a company and you want to compare yourself to these people, that's cool. That's cool. I get it. I'm not gonna knock it, man. But let's keep it on the sports thing, man. Let's keep it on the sports. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to put this person in this category of using black trauma and why had black trauma so cheap. But I understand where he started off at, but I don't understand where he ended up at, and that's Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk about Colin Kaepernick kneeling gesture later on. But Colin Kaepernick, he did kneel, and when Colin Kaepernick did what he did, let's be clear, he did not do it for attention because nobody even realized what he was doing. And Colin Kaepernick didn't kneel at first. He was taking the seat. He was sitting down. You know what I'm saying? Like, Colin Kaepernick was sitting down. But I think Colin Kaepernick said, I'm tired of seeing police brutality and I'm going to take a stand for it. But the problem was, Colin Kaepernick, he did something that some people do. They step in shit and they don't wipe it off. He walked around in it for 6 years, right? 6-7 years he stepped in that shit and never wiped it off. He wiping it off now, and that's why I want to get it on. I don't know why or whatever reason, Colin Kaepernick compared the NFL to slavery. I could get with him kneeling and saying that, he wants to stand up for police brutality and things that he did. But when he compared the NFL to slavery, he lost me with that. He definitely lost me with that. He compared football to slavery. You want to compare the NFL Combine, I guess, to like how they measure slaves? That's your stretch. Let's be clear. The slaves that was being measured was not there looking for an 8-figure job. The slaves that was there being measured was not looking for generational wealth. Let's be clear. They was there because they was forced to be there. Those slaves were broke down mentally and physically and used up until the day they can't be used no more. But you want to compare the NFL to slavery. Like I said before, I live in the South. I still see plantations out here to this day. Still see cotton fields on the side of the road to this day. That triggers me to think about slavery. An NFL football field or any football field do not make me think about slavery. I could drive by the Mercedes-Benz Stadium right now and when I think about slavery, I think about like, damn, it's a big ass building. But I won't think about slavery. You know what I'm saying? Back in New York, we drive past MetLife Stadium. You don't think about slavery. I think about, damn, that's where the Giants play. Damn, that's where the Jets play. I went by Heinz Field and I mean, I'm going by a lot of football stadiums, like Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? We're over there where the Phillies play in that little triangle where all the sports teams at. Never thought about slavery. Yep. Matter of fact, you in NC? Yeah, I've been right there by Bank of America Stadium. Stayed in downtown Charlotte a few times. Never thought about slavery. Never thought about slavery. But you see cotton growing on the side of that parkway, on the side of that road while you driving down the street in some rural town in Georgia. You be like, damn, that was something that was being picked by our ancestors unwillingly. And you compare the NFL to that. You chose that to be your trauma that you want to attach the NFL to. When I see the NFL, I don't think about people being ripped apart from their family, forced to work, every waking moment being scared of what could be done to them, what could be done to their wife, if they're going to be separated from their wife, if they're going to separate from them kids. That's real trauma. You talk about a job that the minimum is $660,000 a year. $660,000. Hit it with the mega stallion. $666,000 a year. The right person could flip that and become wealthy for the rest of their life. These people had to wear shackles, being transported, being whipped, being lynched, being hung. And you compare the NFL to that. And the crazy part is, you want to go back to the NFL. You're trying out to become a slave again. Like I said, I like Cap. Don't think he'll make a team. Not as a starter. Not at all. It's not worth it. Not worth the trouble. But damn. You compare the NFL to slavery. And you're a quarterback that's putting out videos that want to go back to the NFL. I guess that Ben and Jerry's money dried up. Or that Nike money. They don't need to use Colin Kaepernick no more. He's dried up. He don't need to be used no more. It's messed up to see him go through that. And see him go through, actually sue the NFL. Sue the NFL and say, all right, I want to come back and play. That's real privilege right there. To sue an employer and say, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. I want to come back. Even though I sued you for an undisclosed amount of money, I want to come back and play. Please. I wish. Like the great American philosopher R. Kelly said, I wish that I could sue an employer and come back to work. And like, please. Let me put out this video of me doing a 3-step back and throwing a ball in the wind to nowhere. They never said how much Cap received. They never said how much he received. But for him to sue the NFL, you think it's not a good amount of money? For the NFL to try to make this go away, and it won't? Man, sue the NFL, call them a slave plantation, and now want the job back. Man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you want to play, you can play. But you and your workforce, if you sued your job and you call your job a plantation and be like, hey, you on national TV, you made a whole Netflix documentary saying how your job's a plantation. But you think that job's gonna hire you back? On what grounds? Yeah, I don't believe it. He said, I've been to almost every state in the U.S. I can see the land that was taken and being drained of its resources. It took a lot of years to attempt to kill so many of us from this man a stronghold. Facts. Man, almost every state. I've been to a lot of states too. I think we need to compare how many states we've been to. I haven't been to, oh man, probably like 11. That's a lot though. That's a lot of states to be going to in the United States. Because people just don't go to, I was in Idaho. Nobody's going to Idaho. Yeah, they said they may not hire him, but he has a right to play. He does have a right to play. And they have a right not to hire him. I mean, if I was the NFL, I'm not hiring this man back. I'm sorry. I'm not, for what cause? They already wrote out the storm with Colin Kaepernick. They already wrote it out. Why would you even continue on with Colin Kaepernick? You already wrote the storm out. The worst is already at the end. You're at the end of it. I wouldn't be bothered with him. But that's just that on Colin. And if he do come back, salute. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like what he did as far as the protests and all that and bringing awareness. And I just think that, you know, he got over his head. He got over his head because, in my opinion, I think Colin Kaepernick didn't realize how the magnitude of what was being done. Like, yo, we're gonna use you. Like people like, you know, Sean King and all that, and people just use his likeness and you know, stood on his back to project their careers while he went backwards and stayed in the quicksand. You know, like, I do think that Colin Kaepernick was used. You know, I do think he was used, in my opinion. And, you know, I wish him the best. I think he was used, though. I really do think he was used. He didn't know he was getting himself into. You know, that's a lot to bear. That's a lot to put on your shoulders. And you have a lot of vultures that will use your likeness and what you're doing and your wave to make themselves better. And I think that's what happened to Kaepernick, man. But I still think the NFL is gonna hire him as a quarterback. They're gonna be like, nah, fam. Nah, bruv. Nah, blood. Go that way. But I wish the best for him, though. And I think that he probably realized, like, damn, man. I gave him a whole NFL career. For what? Not too many people can make the NFL. Let alone be a starter quarterback. Let alone be a quarterback. What, they make it to the Super Bowl? He started the Super Bowl. Like, Kaepernick had real talent, but you know what I'm saying? He got caught up with the wrong people. I'm saying it like Kaepernick was in the street, like Kaepernick was on the road, like he was a road man. Nah, he was just caught up with the wrong people, and people steered him the wrong way. But black trauma, man. Like I said, it's cheap. That's the topic. Black trauma is being real cheap. And I spoke about celebrities. I spoke about athletes and these people using black trauma. But let's be real, man. The politicians, they on another playing field. And like I said earlier, if you guys didn't catch in the beginning, I said that like the right wing conservatives, Republicans, they can't use black trauma. It gets deflected immediately. Like, say it's a police killing, and you be like, yo, what about black on black crime? Nobody's falling for that. Nobody's falling for that black trauma being used by Republicans. Nobody's going to fall for that. That's being used by Republicans. What you said right? He said he's been sitting too long anyway. He was trending down when he got blackballed. Yeah, he did lose his starting spot to Blaine Gabbert. I just seen your message right here. I know you might be a little delayed, but yeah, these celebrities. Yeah, I mean, these politicians are different, man. Like I said, the right wings, the Republicans, conservatives, whatever, they can't use black trauma. But Democrats, they use black trauma. Like what's a good example? Like the big joker in spades. You know, you playing spades, you got that big joker, you like, yo, I'm about to hit you in the head with this big joker. Then you just, somebody put out ace of spades. They think they got their last book and you got the big joker in your hand. Then they partner put out the deuce of spades, the deuce of diamonds. And they think like, yeah, we made our books. And you got that big joker, you like, bah, you just throw that big joker out. That's what the Democrats do with black trauma. They use it like the big joker. Or another card game I could use, for example. Damn. 20 years of truck driving, man. Salute to that. I hate driving. I can't be a truck driver. I could work on trucks all day, but I can't be a truck driver. But they use it at that card, man. Or like, you ever play Uno? And that one person put down a draw 2 and they got one card left, they scream Uno. Then everybody else have a draw 2, they put that down, and you that last person that's next to that person who said Uno, and you got a draw 4, and then you know good and well they got a blue 4, you throw that draw 4 down, like boom, they got to pick up like 15 cards. That is what the Democrats use as black trauma. That's what they use, man. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was speaking about Vice President Madam Kamala Harris, right? Kamala Harris, Chucks and Pearls. I was speaking about Kamala Harris and how she was at the Edmund Pettus Bridge on the anniversary for Bloody Sunday. And this is what she did. I could play it for you. I got it right here. And if you guys are listening like on headphones, for whatever reason, this video clip I got, it only play on one side. I don't know why. When I recorded it and I seen somebody else use it, it was still one side. So I think the source only had one microphone working. It had it on mono, but I'm gonna play it right quick.
Good afternoon, Selma. Good afternoon. Kendra, thank you for those inspiring words. In the great tradition of Alabama State, you are a leader of outstanding passion and purpose, and it is wonderful to have shared the stage with you. So, Selma, before I begin, I want to say a few words about the situation in Ukraine. Today, the eyes of the world are on Ukraine and the brave people who are fighting to protect their country and their democracy. And their bravery is a reminder that freedom and democracy can never be taken for granted by any of us. With that, it is a privilege to be among so many distinguished leaders, dedicated activists, friends, and American heroes, and to be with so many.
As you can see, man, she take the black trauma of Bloody Sunday. I never heard of pearl. Yeah, she had some pearls that day. She take the trauma of Bloody Sunday and talk about Ukraine. Say, yo, we gotta talk about Ukraine. Exactly, Derek. What does Ukraine have anything to do with happening in Alabama? Nothing. But she had to take that moment. And maybe I could be mistaken. Let me know in the comments. Maybe there was a time that there was a Ukrainian ceremony and they spoke about what's going on with black folks in Alabama. Maybe that happened. I don't know. I could be wrong. but I doubt it. Like the great American philosopher Charles Barkley said in that commercial. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I don't know. I could be wrong. But she just had to speak to black folks and say, hey, you know what, man? I know this is an event that happened to us, but you know what? Let's speak about Ukraine. And I'm not gonna lie. Kamala Harris, that right there is mild compared to other things I've seen just recently. Let's remember Nancy Pelosi. Facts. Let's remember Nancy Pelosi, man. The stuff that she said during the George Floyd. Not to mention, man, Nancy Pelosi. She's one of them, man. She's a real tool, as they say. She had a number of black women standing behind her. Number of black women standing behind her. While she said, thank you to George Floyd, looked up at the sky and said, thank you for your sacrifice. You guys don't remember that? If you don't, here you go.
Saw it happen. And thank God the jury validated what we saw. So again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice, for being there to call out to your mom. How heartbreaking was that? Call out for your mom. I can't breathe. But because of you, and because of thousands, millions of people around the world who came out for justice, your name will always be synonymous with justice.
Thank you for your sacrifice. She talking like George Floyd went to the Gulf War. Like he asked to be killed. Exactly. George Floyd was killed in the hand of the police. She's talking like your man's woke up that morning and said, you know what, man, I'm about to sacrifice my life for justice. A sacrifice is knowing what you're going to die for. I sacrificed my life for my child. That's something you know you're going to die for. You talking about sacrificing your life for justice. And what really changed? Let's be real. Since he sacrificed his life, what really changed? But she want to use the trauma of police brutality and said, thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your services. Thank you for your services. And she's a mess. I'm about to play this for y'all right quick. Where she had this... I'll just play it real quick. Then we're going to talk about it.
Oh, it happened.
That's not it.
And to honor George Floyd. In a moment, we will have a moment of silence, actually 8 minutes and 46 seconds of silence in honor of George Floyd and so many others who lost their lives or were abused by police brutality. In honor of those Americans and so many others. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Botham Jean, Terrence Kutcher, Jordan Davis, Oscar Grant, Philando Castile, Freddie Gray, Walter Scott, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin. Any other names members wish?
Amadou Diallo.
Sean Bell, Jordan Davis, Freddie Gray.
Love, Alphon Taylor.
Anyone else? We'll now, during the moment of silence, I'm sure that those who have been hurt by all of this won't mind if you shout out names then. For those who wish to, we will now kneel for our moment of silence.
I had to put the headphones on. I needed to hear that one again. Let's Neil. So she gonna take police brutality of what black people went through, use the tool, the gesture that Colin Kaepernick used for police brutality, and say, you know what, let's kneel for these people. With a kente cloth on. Fam, it looked like a living color skit. It looks crazy. This lady looks crazy. I'm gonna wear this kente cloth, kneel down. Never seen nothing like that before, yo. And she said the people who've been killed by police brutality, she even got her ducks in a row. She said Trayvon Martin. Rest in peace to Trayvon Martin. Not killed by police, though. Killed by a civilian. Let's be clear. To me, this is the worst type of using black trauma for an agenda. Because nobody's checking them. Nobody's checking on Nancy Pelosi. Nobody's checking Kamala Harris doing this nonsense. And nobody's checking this dude right here for saying this.
But even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's death did. Well, what happened to George Floyd, now you got how many people around the country? Millions of cell phones. It's changed the way everybody's looking at this. Look at the millions of people marching around the world. So my point is that I think people are really realizing that this is a battle for the soul of America.
George Floyd's death is bigger than Martin Luther King's. More significant than Martin Luther King's. Your man was saying anything to get votes. George Floyd's death is bigger than Martin Luther King's. I don't think Joe Biden was bad as Nancy Pelosi in that time. But Joe Biden was pretty bad. Let's be clear. Joe Biden was pretty damn bad. Let's be clear. Never seen nothing like that before. Thank you, George Floyd, for your sacrifice.
Saw it happen, and thank God the jury validated what we saw. So again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice, for being there to call out to your mom. How heartbreaking.
And the crazy part is you got those black women back there nodding their head in agreement. It's like, oh my gosh, she said it. Thank you, Nancy Pelosi. Can't even check this woman for saying this nonsense. Never seen nothing like that, yo. I'm gonna be martyred today. Your man definitely did not wake up and thought that. It's a sacrifice. She smoking what they said George was smoking. Or George was on. No, she ain't smoking it. She just know that she could use that in her back pocket. You know what I'm saying? The black trauma, man. The black trauma is cheap, but the RIO on black trauma is very hefty. You get a lot of money back on black trauma. You get a lot of money back on black trauma. You know what I'm saying? You could get multi-million-dollar real estate portfolios off of black trauma. So you see where I'm going with this. Black Lives Matter. They built a whole empire on the backs of dead black men. And then they put up they let all these black men die, go up to every city, protest, knowing good and well protesting, where's it going to do nothing, right? Let's be clear. Protesting, we still in the same position from the first Black Lives Matter protest until March 23rd, 2022. Let's be clear. Same position. But they protested. raised all this money. Got Black Lives Matter on football fields and NFL, Black Lives Matter on basketball courts. A lot of money was being raised. And these families start coming out. We ain't seen none of this money. We poor. Y'all raise millions of dollars and we get evicted. They raising millions of dollars on the backs of dead black men. And these folks are getting evicted. It's messed up. It's really, truly messed up. I feel bad when I see that, man. When I see what Black Lives Matter did. And they ain't even gonna call out people by their names and say, hey, they are this, they are that. I get it. But they came in with a power move and created Black Lives Matter. And made millions off of it and moved it to white, and took that money and moved to white neighborhoods. While the people who are killed, the Freddie Grays, the Michael Browns, the Breonna Taylors, those who got killed, they don't see none. Their families are still struggling while you making all these monies off it, while you getting Cadillac deals. You literally getting Chevy Cadillac deals for being an activist. And these folks ain't seeing nothing. That's wild. That's wild crazy. Let's be clear. That is so crazy. Whew. What are your thoughts about this black trauma being cheap? Yep. They made all that money off of Tamir Rice. And her mom was like, Tamir Rice, his mom was like, we ain't see none of this. We ain't see none of this money. Just got treated, thrown to the side. Once another black man died, let's get more money off of this black man. We don't need the other one no more. We don't need Tamir Rice no more. You know what I mean? We got Philando Castile. Oh, wait, he dried up now? We don't need him no more. We got Freddie Gray. Oh, he dried up now? Oh, we got George Floyd, the cash cow. The gift that keep on giving. How much money they made off of George Floyd? It's funny too, because if you watch that Netflix documentary with Bubba Wallace, where he said he got his Black Lives Matter shirt, Amazon. He probably bought his Black Lives Matter shirt off for some Asian reseller. Made all that money off them folks, man. Made all that money off them folks. And ain't got to answer to nobody. The amount of money they said got donated to Black Lives Matter. And from what I understand, that money from Black Lives Matter, and I could be wrong, let me know in the comments. The money from Black Lives Matter got funneled into the Democratic Party. And after that, Joe Biden get elected. Black Lives Matter, like, we need to have a talk. We need to have a sit down and discuss things. He hit him with the old school Jamie Foxx. If y'all don't know, when Jamie Foxx would go like, "Arr!" Remember that? He hit him with that, like, y'all ain't coming here to talk to me. I got what I want. I got what I want. Peace. Peace out, Cub Scout. See you later, alligator. That's a wild crocodile. He was out. Black Lives Matter got all that, raised all that money. Endorsement. How you get an endorsement deal on the from dead black men, yo? How you get endorsement deals? From Chevy. Jesus Christ, man. I can't say I wish I had that, because I don't have that in me. to do that to black folks, to anybody. I don't have that in me to be like, oh nah, man. Let me use these people. Let me use these dead black men to build up this thing. And build it up for who? Let's be real. A LGBTQ plus I community. And when I say all those letters, I heard this. The P is silent. It's not funny, but it's funny. The P is silent. And when you talk about the LGBT plus IA community, whatever all them letters are, the P is silent. And pause, the P is coming. The P is silent when you talk about those communities. And they definitely putting that out there too, but that's another topic for another day. They definitely pushing P, as the kids would say. The P is silent when you talk about them. But yeah, that was the same agenda, same organization said that. Then they raised a lot of money off of the backs of dead black men, but on their website and their bio they're saying that they want to destroy the nuclear family. They don't want the black man living with the black woman and raising the black child. They want to destroy that nuclear family. Why would you want to destroy that for? On what grounds you want to destroy the nuclear family? You got so much money, you want to destroy the nuclear family. And the messed up part is still speaking on Black Lives Matter and how they raise all this money off of black trauma for real. They took a phrase like Black Lives Matter. They took a phrase like Black Lives Matter and made it to a joke. They made it to a joke. And people could say, I support Black Lives Matter, this slogan, but I don't support the movement. You're on the same bus. You're on the same train. You're in the same car. You're going to the same direction. You took a slogan, you took a phrase like Black Lives Matter and made it to a joke. Where black people are comfortable saying, I don't support Black Lives Matter. You know how crazy that sounds? But you know how much it makes sense? Because I'm one of those people who say I don't support Black Lives Matter, knowing how they move and knowing what they did. And not even to mention, there's other Black Lives Matter organizations that's doing good in like smaller groups. But they don't get that recognition because of what the national Black Lives Matter did. Or how they stole so much money from the black community, from black bodies, from black people dying. Then you got the right-wing conservatives who could say, hey, you say Black Lives Matter, what about the black babies getting killed in the street? Can't say nothing. You just be like, but I'm saying no. What about the police? Like, they got us looking like clowns. Look at some of these comments. So anytime we try to create a movement, especially online, these oppositions would jump on it or in front of it so it doesn't take off. We are pressed. Yep. You're right. This isn't anything new. It's sad. It's sad. It's messed up, man. It's really messed up. What's gonna be the next organization that we could rock with? 'Cause I feel like Black Lives Matter just took the air out of all of it, to be honest. I feel like they just took the air out of everything. Like, man, I ain't rocking with none of these groups no more. I feel like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to black organizations, in my opinion. It's crazy. Man, time's at 10:20. Yeah, I want to thank y'all for being here tonight, man. We talk about some black trauma. Maybe I showed you guys some things that you really didn't realize. Maybe y'all guys already knew about this. But I definitely felt like I wanted to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Seemed like more like go along to get along. To get alone. But yeah, man. I appreciate you guys, man. We had a great conversation, great comments. Appreciate the time. Yeah, you're right, Lexus. Thanks, Picasso. It's not a black thing, it's a power thing. But damn, they're using our trauma to build everything up. And our trauma becomes so desensitized, we don't even care about it no more. You hear the music, you see the movies, you see how often kids are getting killed, men are getting killed, babies are getting killed. How many rappers died? We just be like, damn, another rapper died. All right. It's not like when you know what I'm saying, Biggie died when it was like a big thing. Pac died, that was a big thing. Rappers die now, man. You don't even think about it the next day. All right, good night, Derek, yo. But yeah, you see how we just desensitize of our own trauma. But appreciate y'all, man. About to wrap this up. Go to bed. Again, late. Gotta work in the morning. And I gotta go to the gym. But all right, man. Till next time. Peace.